Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to look at two problems that you're going to see on your Khan Academy skills. They apply volume. So this one, well, let's just read it, and then we'll go through it. James has an ice cube tray that makes ice cubes in the shape of spheres rather than cubes. Pretty cool. Each sphere has a radius of 2, and it makes 6 spheres. What is the total volume of ice that the tray can make? So first of all, it has the shape that it gives us, and that shape is a sphere. So, and it asks for volume right here. So volume is what we're looking for. So we need to know the volume formula for a sphere. Volume formula for a sphere is 4/3 pi. And you can use 3.14 for pi. But again, if you did some of your problems beforehand, leave it in terms of pi. It'll make things easier for you until the very end. And what I mean by in terms of pi, just don't multiply it by 3.4. Just leave pi there. It's the easiest way to do it. And we're going to multiply it by the radius. And that radius is going to be cubed. That means to the 3rd power. Okay. So now we just go through this. And 2 times itself 3 times. Well, that's not 6. That's 8. And 8 times 4 is 32. Because we've got all over 1, basically, if you're thinking of it as a fraction. And fractions, remember, you multiply straight across. So 32 over 3 and pi. And to make it easier for yourself, just type that into Khan Academy, and that'll give you the answer that you're looking for. All right, does that make sense? Hopefully it does. But hopefully that makes kind of sense. And we just got to use that formula. Now, that's not all of it, because that's just for one of them. How many does it say there is? 6. So we got to take that number and multiply it by 6. So that's where the trick's going to come in. So we want total. So 6 times all this. Well, that would be 32 over 3 pi. Well, I would reduce the fraction first before we multiply. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. And 2 times 32 is 64. So 64 pi is the actual answer you're looking for, because this is the total. And again, total. So not to say that this isn't the answer, but it's not the total answer, because we're looking for the volume of 6 of them. All right, we'll come over at this one. Let's read this one. It says, Gus has a fish tank that has 4,710 inches cubed of water. He's using a cylinder-shaped bucket with a radius of 5 inches and a height of 20. How many times will Gus need to fill the bucket to empty the fish tank? So there's 2 things that we need to figure out here. One, what's the volume of the bucket? Well, it's a cylinder. So we got to go back to our formulas that we gave. I gave you the sheet the other day on Monday. And we want to use the one for a cylinder. All right, so we're going to use the one for a cylinder right here, shaped bucket. Remember, a cylinder looks like this, right? Has a radius going across, which is 5, and it's 20 inches tall. It's a pretty tall bucket. So the volume for this is find the area of a circle. Well, the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared times the height. All right, well, 5 times 5 is 25. And we got to go 25 times 20. What is 25 times 20? It is 500. pi. Now, this is not our answer because we want to find out how many of these go in there. So I would probably approximate how much this would be. So take 500, multiply it by 3.14. So 500 times 3.14 is 1,570. Then you're going to take that answer. Now the fish tank holds 4,000 of them. So 4,710 divided by the 1570. 1, 5, 7, 0. So 4,710 divided by 1,570, and that gives us 3 buckets. So it has to make 3 trips to get there. So notice on this one, we actually approximated because we're using it and then dividing. This one, we didn't necessarily have to approximate because we got the exact answer. You can, if you want, notice up here in the instructions, says either enter as exact in terms for pi or use 3.14 for pi. Either one is acceptable. Okay. For here, this is acceptable. For here, they're just looking for how many trips it would take. So in order to do that, we just divide by this answer. Hope this helps out. I have office hours from noon to 1 tomorrow. I'm sorry, from 1 to 2 tomorrow. So if you want help on anything, could be anything. If you want help, come to my office hours tomorrow, and I'll be on a video chat from 1 to 2. 1 to 2, I'll send a link out just prior to it. Have a good one.